Oh no. I feel a musical coming along.
This is the CodeO-cast, filling your day with stories.
But mostly memes though. And chaos.
Memes that you won't believe.
Not sponsored by Cheetos.
Hopefully we will be sponsored by the Cheetos. Here to entertain. It's the CodeO-cast.
This is fun.
Yeah, Jesus.
Drink setup.
There's a lot of water.
So
Here's
concentration camps, guys.
Here, open it and feed me.
How's that look like to you?
All this sound is gonna be bitch.
I know. I'm gonna have to hear this later.
Did you put it down?
Not sponsored.
It's because I didn't deserve to have it standing up. I didn't earn it.
Is there wire in your
Come on!
Is there wire in your face now?
It's 'cause you're not sponsored.
It looks like it's going to his chest. Like Iron Man.
This is good. This is perfect.
Okay.
10 out of 10
No way we'll make
will
it.
not subscribe.
I mean, I feel like it's more like a 7 out of 10, but we'll go with it.
So,
I try to be
you
optimistic.
still hosting this one?
Sure is.
All right.
I try to be optimistic, but my life always kicks me right back down.
That's life, isn't it? And speaking of life, hello there, friends, brethren, sisters, Carlos.
No, we established this
Smell it?
last time, Mr. D. Is sex. He's your
Smell like
wife.
his house.
His house?
Oh,
This
yes.
is just like one
My
big
wife.
microphone. It's the covering.
So
What?
Carlos is Mr. D. Sex's wife. Let's go.
Excellent. Now,
10 out of 10.
this is the CodeO-cast being
Taking over.
taken over by D-Sex and his wife, who is sponsored by
Because we're all by here.
because you don't know unless you try.
I'm never bringing a sponsor again.
I don't think we'll ever. I think we're gonna get taken down just by. Never mind.
Yeah,
We should put Omar's red face here every time we
We
try to
are
sponsor
gonna-
something.
So you're making me work because I'm the one that does this.
Hey, I can edit too. You just didn't let me edit last time.
Dang, dude, in fighting on camera, the couple breaking up, scandal.
broke up
I
a
saw
long
that
time ago.
YouTube comment that said if you make or if y'all like let them make fan art, whoever said
Oh,
that,
heck yeah.
you should make fan art. These guys were super rude and didn't comment. Make the fan art.
Yeah, they
I
said they
would
just
go
liked
see
it. That could be construed in many different ways.
That is true.
He kept badgering me about getting it finished, and I felt bad about not finishing it, so I focused more on editing the last episode, not the most recent one, but the one before it, which is why I never got around to the comments. Also, every time we try to log in somewhere, it always asked me to do some random crap, and it just sucked. He couldn't do anything without me having to confirm everything. I'm like, okay, fine.
Now that we've aired out our grievances, welcome to the podcast.
I wish I was drunk.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week.
It's
It
been
has.
a week.
It's been a rough week, man.
A rough.
Yeah, it's been a rough year, dude. It's 2020
It's
is over.
2021.
Yeah, dude.
We made it.
First
made it.
podcast
Nothing's
of the year.
changed.
Let's go.
Time is just a human construct we've created and bears little meaning in what
a
affects us
human
in our life.
construct or a social
It's a
construct?
human construct. Yes.
Well, humans
Where's the
made it,
difference?
and we live in society.
Well, humans make
We-
social.
We live in a
stuff.
society.
Exactly.
Our society.
Yes. I mean, we gotta be organized somehow. Otherwise, when are we gonna tell what time it is to eat lunch?
Do you know why the clock was created?
Why was it created?
Okay, story time. So the clock was created because I can't. Don't quote me on the year. I'm not
Because you
smart.
can't do something?
Maybe. The clock was created because the church, like a long time ago, like a million years ago, was like, hey, we need to organize our times to pray. Now, don't quote me on which church. I don't know which church. I don't know when. I'm not smart. But a church at some point was like, hey, we need to figure out when to pray. So they made a dial that told you what time it was depending on where the sun was. And so they had this system. It got so popular because they built a really big one on like one of their this, I don't know, whatever building they had at the time, that it got so popular, everyone around them started wanting them. And so everyone started asking for their own personal clocks. And ever since then, boom, the clock was created. And it just became a thing.
Well, we're ditching it for the digital. It's no one uses it.
Did you watch
Watches
Food Theory
anymore.
or Film Theory or Game Theory or whatever? I can't remember which one they did it. I think they touched on that.
I learned this from class in college, but
Dang, college.
apparently you can find
Get
it
your
on-
education on YouTube.
This is why we're all in debt.
Money-
Apparently YouTube would have just taught me it, so why did I go?
Money well spent? Question mark.
Oh crap! I gotta pay back my loans.
Oh no.
That reminds me, I do have a loan payment.
Yes, I gotta actually pay back my loans by the end of this month, or at least have a payment plan.
I'm gonna
Fun.
be in crippling debt once I graduate.
That's the par for the course.
That is.
Unless you get lucky like me and you get your debt completely wiped out. Hey.
How did you do that?
It was a program because I was sucking so bad at school. They were like, "You should just leave," and I was just like, "Yeah, you're right."
I should have just left. Dang it! Why
See,
why
but,
do you always get the good stuff?
see, but the condition was you had to be so bad at it, they would make you leave.
I feel like that's easy. I could have done that.
Trust me,
I'm
it was
slowly
easy.
you know I'm slowly going down that road of being bad at
Oh
school.
my god, I got so hot. The swaddling.
Funny how I'm so cozy.
It's because Carlos is here. That's why Freddy's so hot about it.
Oh,
Actually, dub that out and just put a sound over that.
Nice.
No, that'll be copyright, and we're gonna all get taken down for that.
Absolutely.
Because
dude,
copyright laws on YouTube suck.
So then you should probably take out the part where I did that.
I'll try.
We can
Just
use
put,
our
up
voices.
put on a
We can
free
use our
stock
voices,
photo
we
of
just
another
can't
product
play
that
the
has no
sound.
placement.
Ah!
You should make up your own product.
Sponsor.
It's about the 6-minute mark. It seems like a good time to actually intro the podcast.
No,
I thought we've been doing it.
I
last
thought
time
we were
it took
doing-
us
this
for
is the
friggin'
intro.
ever to
Bro,
intro
we're
it.
killing it.
I
Right
know,
We
yeah.
never introed the last episode,
Dude, we gotta buff the time.
We didn't do the intro for the last one. We never got to it.
How's it gonna we're cutting to different clothes?
Dude, we're gonna do 10 podcasts, and then that's gonna be the intro to the first podcast.
Episode 1.7.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
I
so-
hate my life.
What's up, y'all? So, CodeO-cast here. Typically, we've been doing these episodes for about 3 of them.
That wasn't a measure of time.
We've been doing it
doing
for
it for
about
3.
3 of them.
That wasn't a measure of time.
It's 4 episodes now, man. How can you not even remember the
You didn't let me.
episodes
You didn't let me finish. We've been doing these episodes most of the time, just me and him. But I think since we've been talking about it a lot, we wanted for y'all to get to know some of the Digcast, especially the people you're gonna be seeing do duos and do some gameplay by themselves, which will not all the time just be me and him. So I've handed off the reins this episode to our good fellow back here, Freddy, and he'll be carrying the conversation through. I don't know what he had in store. I tried to pry it out of him, but it didn't work. So take it away.
We're gonna be just as shocked as you guys are. Also, try saying Digcast really fast. You'll have a great time with that.
Say it like
Dick cast,
5
dick
times.
cast, dick- oh.
We're gonna have to censor all of that now.
Well, anywho.
Well,
Howdy, y'all. Thank you very much for joining me in my humble abode.
I've been bamboozled.
since Freddy says this is now our cast.
It
not
is our
cast.
cast.
Our.
We're slowly becoming communists, 1 episode at a time.
Yes.
Anywho,
See, Kyle. What?
yeah.
What?
Yes. So I'd like to thank you for gathering around this round table. Square table.
Knights of the Square
It's got
table,
round
let's
corners.
I'll give it
Yeah,
to
that's
him.
what I
go. So
thought.
if I hit
It's
my
round
head on this,
corners.
it will hurt less.
It's not a circle table, it's a round table.
Okay.
Well.
Yes. So anywho, what I have to bring to the table, I just like video games, so I just
Okay.
have several questions in regards to video games. We'll start off with the origins. What was the first video game, Omar?
Huh?
First video game that you ever played?
I remember this vividly because I just played it again.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
My very first video game, like actually playing through it, was the Cars video game on PS2. That was the most age-appropriate game my parents would get me at the time.
At the time. Did they get you something different later?
No.
Well, then, that's the only game they got you.
Yeah. The rest of the time I used it for to watch movies, DVDs. That was it. I think that was the only game I had.
It's a no, it's not a Blu-ray player yet. It's a DVD player. Excellent.
He's just on his little thing, like 240p, watching a movie.
Jeez Louise.
It's not even 240p. It's like 60p.
Dang, dude. 60.
Yeah, man, you got it.
I don't know what that means, but yes. Was the PS2 your first console as well, or did you have a different console?
No, I vividly remember having a Game Boy. I think before that, I want to say, the flippy one, and that one I remember having a good amount of games.
This is where we show our age, ladies and gentlemen.
I had Chicken Little,
Chicken Little.
Happy Feet.
All right, got the birds. Excellent.
Bro, you are an OG gamer, man.
I had Donkey Kong Country on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's better.
That's something.
The more I'm saying this, the more I realize my parents wouldn't get me good games at all.
I think they hated you, man. I think
so.
your parents hated you.
They kept the good games to themselves.
Maybe. They seem to have a lot of fun.
I mean, you could try.
When
So
I
you
become a parent, I'm gonna have so much better games than my kids.
Yeah,
I
you're
can
gonna play
believe
them
that.
first, and you'll be like, you can play this game. Now that I used it.
Done with it.
Are you gonna give them
I
Happy
beat
Feet?
this
I'm gonna
game
kick them in their teeth.
I beat this game in one day. Here, you can have my scraps.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Papa.
Thanks, Papa.
Thanks, Papa.
I love Cars 3, the game.
I'm actually thinking of going through Cars 2 and 3.
Oh my god.
So the thing is, I think Cars 2 and 3 go through the movies.
Yeah.
But at least the first Cars game for PS2, that one takes place after the events of the first movie. So
Yeah.
it's technically Cars 0.5.
Wow.
So-
1.5?
There's lore
No,
to
0.5.
this?
It's before Cars?
There's
No,
lore
wait, no,
to
never mind.
this?
It's Cars 1.5.
There you go.
Never mind. So it's Cars 1.5.
That's rough, buddy.
So it's
There's
fun because
more
you
to
actually get to see more story from the characters after the movie's over.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like 2 and 3 just go through the movie events.
Okay.
But I don't think they'll be that expensive because, come on, they're Cars games.
But hey, they're kids' games. So kids like games.
I like games. Does that make me a kid?
I don't
Kids
think
like
we're-
games, not all games like kids.
Dang it.
You ever play Dark Souls?
I don't think we're all mature enough to be considered adults. I think we're all still considered children mentally.
No, I'm definitely an adult. For
Okay.
sure. With all these bills I pay, I'm an adult. And
Okay.
I have to be. All this crap I deal with, I better be an adult.
This is why you're here for the podcast. You're the adult. You and Freddy are the adults.
I just don't have kids and am
We're
not
just
married
idiots.
and have really no responsibilities outside of myself.
But that's life for you, isn't it?
I'm like the least.
It's like-
I'm like the most least adult you can get.
The most least adult you can get.
Tighten, not that one. That one. You need to tighten. There we go.
See, I need people to fix the mics for me. That's how least of adult I am.
There we go.
Oh my god, that's better. This is like so much better.
I had
it?
so much
We could do
better
that for
games.
Freddy, but...
What? Could done this whole time?
And we cut now to do it.
Yes. So your first game was Cars, and your first
For PS2.
console device was a Game Boy.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I think it was...
You had a Game Boy as your first thing. That should have been your first game, then, not the Cars 2. Because if Cars 2 is your first game you ever played, that means the first console you ever really used was the PlayStation 2.
I guess so. I don't know. It's because
Then you got
I feel like I have more memories, more younger memories of me playing a PS2. And then I have more recent ones of me playing a Game Boy.
Okay.
But I feel like I had it longer.
Yeah, there's a difference between playing a game and having a game system. It's like,
Yeah.
what was your first game system? The first game system you played religiously and every day that you owned is much different from the first game system you played.
And I remember having specifically the Slim, PS2 Slim.
PC Slim, yes.
Bro, everybody had those. I had like 3 in my closet at one point.
I didn't know that there was a
I had the
original
bulk
thick
of
version.
PS2.
I thought that the Slim was the only version.
Yeah. I
You
still
guys
got-
remember when like the discs were unreadable and like you were cleaning it and
Oh,
holding it?
yeah, dude,
It was like
I
which
remember
screen it was
that.
gonna show you.
Yeah.
I had like 3 or 4 different methods to do it. I would always just go for the tongue. I'll lick it. That would work sometimes. Other times,
That should be your last, if not no resort.
I'd rather snap my disc
You
in
guys-
half
you
than
guys go
lick
for
it.
the- go for the He did the head bob. He said,
Next time, make out with his disc. She show his love.
And then if that didn't work, I would just wipe it off and then just make sure it was clean, not dusty.
if the tongue doesn't work, then I use a rag.
And then if that didn't work, I'd go for the rubbing alcohol in the restroom.
Yes, that's the first choice. Rubbing alcohol was my first choice as well.
That is true. Yes, that was mine as well.
And my last choice was just crying because I knew it would just stop working.
I still would put crying before the.
I would at least attempt to put my tears on it so it feels my sorrow. Well, that's cool.
Anyways, my
Yeah.
first game
Yeah, Cody, your
Okay.
first game and console
was
that you
Super
owned.
Mario Bros. On the Game Boy.
Your first game that you played was Super Mario Bros. On the Game Boy.
Yes.
Excellent.
There was a Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy.
Yeah, it was like the original, like
I had a Super Mario Bros. On the Game Boy as well.
18 or like 16
A long
bit,
time
something
ago.
like that.
Oh,
Something
okay.
big, yeah. It was the original like Super
Oh,
Mario Bros.
so it was a port from the original to the Game Boy.
I don't remember. I
It
just
was a
remember
version
Super-
of the original on the Game Boy.
I'm gonna throw up a picture in case I find it right now because I need it.
Boom.
Oh yeah,
There
you're
it
the
is.
primary
That's
editor
it.
Now you don't let me do anything anymore. I forgot.
Bam, dudes, get smacked on.
Go to Warzone since that game downstairs.
I didn't do anything.
According to Cody, you've done everything.
Dang,
He's
dude.
taking away my only purpose for this podcast.
No, your podcast.
Shut
You're
Yeah,
making me
stuff.
sound so much worse than I really am.
I'm not funny, ladies and gentlemen. All I can do is edit.
And be handsome. Look at that face. Look at that.
And reflect
Look
all
at
the
that
light
smolder.
back to the camera.
That's a lie.
You're really good at being our friend.
I matter.
You're technically matter.
Dang, you occupy space. That's matter. Scientifically speaking.
That's
So-
all I'm good for.
Whether it does or not matter to us is a different question. But you do take up space, so you are in fact matter.
Hey, you're taking up space in my apartment. So
I am. I am matter, but do I matter? That's the question. There's different.
it depends
matters.
where you place your matter, determining if you matter.
Dang, dude.
You're here in my apartment, a place that you are welcome to. You matter.
Dang, you
Arm.
matter. Now, don't even get me started on the antimatter in this apartment.
Wait, what?
Roger, no.
Oh, Roger.
Ah, dude. What if like were you playing this video? You see like a face.
Oh no. Now I'm gonna have to keep looking up at this one.
Now fear. Fear like I fear.
Fear like I fear. No fear the way I fear. So, your first game was the Super Mario Bros. On the Game Boy.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance.
Did you own that Game Boy Advanced?
Yes, I
or
did.
yes, sir? That was your
My
first as
dad
well?
lost it at his job.
Your, what?
Oh.
Your dad lost it at his job?
Yeah, he took it to work with him because he wasn't good. It was like a really slow day and he lost it.
That sucks.
At least I had a DS so I could play the Game Boy games on there.
My mom dropped my 3DS in the water once.
I lost my
Your
DS.
3DS?
Yeah.
Dang.
I had the blue one. The blue one with the sparkling.
Oh,
I
man.
had
Dude,
that one.
3DS,
Dude, I
man.
remember
Dropped it.
my DS got so crappy to the point where I would have to like literally like snap the top screen back onto the thing and it would still work. And then sometimes the
That is
display
rough.
on the top would like flicker and it would be off. I would just have to like go like this, like detach it and reattach it. Like it was hanging on by a wire. And it still worked, and that's all I was able to do with my DS.
Oh, the
That was
DS.
all I had to work with was a DS that was pretty much dead at that point. So I'm kind of glad I lost it. But
Dang,
anyways,
dude. That's
Oh.
sad. That's sad. I think my cousin just stole mine. So,
Oh,
you know?
but before I got the DS, I got a PlayStation 2 that came with 2 games already. One of them was Scooby-Doo, the other was Test Drive, which should have gotten me into cars, but I never went into cars.
I mean, cars is only for losers. Isn't that right, Omar?
With Test Drive, you get Porsches, you get Camaros, you get Lamborghinis, stuff like that. You can customize them all you want, and then race with them. It was a racing game.
listen, man. I had
That-
moving vehicles with eyes and mouths.
They had emotions.
They had emotions. They told a compelling story.
I had the more mature adult version of what.
Even though the story was maybe about like 5
You-
hours,
you had-
I spent days on
you
it.
had you had the.
I made it a
version of what
60-hour game.
I had
Swear
the,
to God, guys, that's 70 hours of playthrough.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I'm playing Persona 4 right now. I've got almost 50 hours in it right now. I'm enjoying it.
That's chump change, dude.
I am.
Wait until you get to 200.
He's like, what, 2% done with the game?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I'm probably like a third of the way.
Who's best girl?
Best girl?
Yeah.
Chie.
Dang,
I'm putting
Chie.
a picture up right now because in case y'all don't know who she is, but she's best
Dang,
girl.
look at her. Look at that. Look at that haircut. Look at those eyes.
I'm not a weeb, so I don't know what they're talking about.
That's true. He's not a weeb.
Naruto.
He's just weeb affiliated.
What?
Mine's Naruto.
Yeah, switch to that.
Yeah, that's mine.
Nanako?
Wait,
No.
Nanako?
No!
Nanako?
No! Naruto! There's a difference.
Naruto? Dude, I love Naruto.
Yeah, man, he's best girl.
Wait,
dude.
Sexy jutsu.
I'm waiting for him to get that One Piece. Same anime, right?
what? No, but yeah, I feel like I am now starting to take progression to
Attack on
heavier
One
games,
Piece.
longer lasting games.
Proud of you, Skipper.
Eventually, maybe I'll
Good
revisit
card.
back Skyrim since I feel like I've dipped my toes into some, but never really
You
committed
have
to
to
most.
finish Skyrim, or at least
dude.
play 100 hours of it, one or the other.
That-
Didn't, you
that's
just
also-
didn't you just get past character creation?
You two need to
Yeah,
do a Skyrim.
I did a little bit of it.
He barely finished the first tutorial dungeon.
Oh my gosh. Did he barely see Alduin fly?
He didn't even get to go to the. I don't even think he went to the Guardian Stones.
Oh my god.
I know.
I would pay to see a playthrough with you two in it.
That's what we were doing, but not filming. But I'd be down.
Yeah. I mean, that's also something I've been wanting to bring up for a while. Like, what kind of stuff do y'all want to see us do? I know there's several games out there that
On the
people
gaming
want to
channel,
see done.
not this channel.
All 150 of you.
Yeah, all 150 of you.
Which
Dang. You just got saluted by the Grandmaster of Gaming.
By
just
the-
edit like a swastika.
Just a tiny one on your forehead.
You and the swastikas, man.
Put like a Russian like national anthem in the background.
You know what? I was a big.
Wait, what?
You know, had our logo been red, this thing would have been red. It would have fit perfectly with that joke.
Not showing he.
Dang, dude, dang.
Interesting, very
How about you, Carlos?
Carlos,
What was the
first
start of it
game
all?
and first console.
I put it in 3 tiers.
Oh
Okay,
no.
first tier was my literal first game, which was Star Fox for the GameCube. Star Fox was on GameCube, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have a
Yes.
GameCube.
I want to say I believe you.
They had a GameCube version.
I was also extremely young. I was like maybe 4 or 5 when I got this, but I had a GameCube when I was really young, and I loved it because it was my first console. And I remember playing it every day. And I remember my mom and my dad bought me Star Fox, and I only ever played it for one mission where I'm in like shooting in the ship and then like do barrel roll. I was like,
Tutorial?
I think I only played the tutorial.
I'm afraid I can't let you get Star Fox.
But I have a
Tutorial.
very specific memory of my sister also playing it like a lot, like way more than I did. And then it broke one day, and I was so sad because I just came home trying to play it and it wouldn't turn on. And my parents were like, "Oh yeah, your sister broke it." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, she played it too much." I was like, "What does that even mean? How does that work?" And so that broke my heart. And so I didn't have a console.
Did you
after
play it
that.
on a VHS tape or what?
Dude, I might as well have because I just could not play it anymore, and I was sad.
Wow.
Maybe they just told me that so I wouldn't play it.
Did
You're
you even
getting
try
an
it?
addiction. We need to.
I did, yeah. I tried turning it on and nothing would happen. I'd be like, "Look, it's just a black
okay.
screen." And they were like, "Oh yeah, your sister broke it." I was like,
Just stick it in rice, man.
She probably broke it some other way, but they just said she played it too much.
"Dude, I know." She probably stepped on it or something.
Yeah.
Kicked it like stupid.
The game was
And-
too good. Like, she just couldn't handle it.
That was technically my first console, but I don't really have too many fond memories of it. Not until I got a Game Boy. That Game Boy was one of my favorite pieces of machinery in the world. I would take it everywhere. I would even hide it in school like areas so that way
Oh, yeah.
when it was restricted for our equipment to be there, I would just walk in there and I'd just grab it and start playing it without anybody knowing.
Dang.
I know, dude. I loved it. I risked it all just hiding the GameCube in places
Dude,
that I couldn't Game Boy in places that I couldn't guarantee.
Got the handle. You could take it.
Dude, for real.
You
And
can just
then-
put the GameCube in your pocket, man. It's cool.
Yeah, I was a stupid child. I thought to myself, I'm gonna sneak it in, put it under a chair in the auditorium, hide it in like a fire extinguisher
My
case.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was an idiot.
What if the
think
janitor found it?
I was a stupid kid.
Dude,
was
I remember
stupid.
taking a freaking huge SD player in my pocket once and just being like, nothing here.
Just bulging out of your like jean
It
button.
was.
The cable just like someone's just dragging across the floor.
Dude, yeah. And then I lost that Game Boy, and I think I found it years later, but it was like no point of no return. And then my first ever console that I had like in my room that I played my own was the original Xbox. Actually, no, that's a lie. It was a PlayStation 2.
Dang, you just lied.
I did just lie. It was a PlayStation 2, but everyone's had a PlayStation 2. So my favorite first console, really, that I actually played was like the original Xbox. which I played Halo. Halo 2 was my first game that I ever loved.
Oh,
I loved Halo 2. I missed Halo 1 completely somehow. I just did not know it existed. I just played Halo 2. I remember being introduced to it. I was at GameStop with my dad one day, and he was just like, "Oh, I heard that game's good." I was like, "Halo 2, sure, I'll get it." And I loved it, and I had no idea Halo 1 existed. I just played 2 from now on. And then I went back and I played 1, and I fell in love with 1. And then the remake came out for Halo 1, and I cried because it was terrible. But then Halo 5 came out, and bro, it was still pretty bad. But Halo Infinite looks terrible as well, so I'm scared.
The only Halo
Yeah.
games I've ever played were ODST and Reach.
ODST and Reach are probably the 2 best Halo games they made.
Reach made me cry, man.
Yeah, Reach made everyone cry.
Which made me confused.
I never beat
Oh, wait.
ODST also.
Cody? Oh, Cody.
Howdy.
Huh?
Meowdy. Yeah. Oh, DST was a really hard game.
I never beat it.
I'm probably sounding like a noob, but I remember having a lot of trouble playing ODST. But I beat it on Legendary with one of my best friends a while back. When I went to Arkansas to visit him, we literally stayed up all night playing Reach and ODST, and it was amazing. And those are like 2 of my favorite Halo games. They're like so near my heart, all the memories. I
Oh
love
man, near
Reach.
and dear.
Dude, for real. But Halo's great and all, but you've introduced me to Kingdom Hearts series, and Kingdom Hearts is like one of my favorite things. Yes. And I'm trying to
Exactly.
think. A lot of people, actually, since I came to college, I've been influenced to a lot of different things. I think Omar introduced me to Nintendo, because I never played Nintendo ever. But
Freaking Nintendo.
yeah, and I played freaking Splatoon with you for the
Frickin'
first time, and I love
Splatoon.
Splatoon. And I played Smash with you for the first time.
Freaking
Turns out
Smash.
I'm better than everyone in here with Smash, and I've played the least, which I'm bragging. I suck in real life.
If you want to see
If
that,
I'm being honest, I started
we'll put that
after
up.
you, so you're like second to least.
I'm always second best.
Dang, second.
I'm the best
Son.
at being the worst.
Yeah, I feel like I was introduced to a lot of different things, but that would be
Oh,
my
oh.
answer. Whoa.
Dang,
You,
dog.
you could show him the world, Omar.
shimmering, shimmering depression.
I guess. Yeah.
I can show
Cuts back
you.
to the clip. I have anxiety and depression.
No.
Yeah, man.
Sad.
Yeah. I suppose for myself, for as far as the first game, there are the only game I can remember. The earliest memory I have of playing a game was, I think, on the PlayStation 1. It was, I think it was Toy Story or Toy Story 2. It's the one where you play as Buzz Lightyear and he's got a laser gun, or his laser. And it's yeah, and then he's going around doing a bunch of miscellaneous things. It's like what's it called? It's a platformer kind of game,
Okay.
and you basically go around collecting stuff for certain characters, and you move on to the next place. I remember that we did not have a memory card, so I always played it up to a certain point, and then I had to always start over every time.
Oh.
You just
That's
unlocked
sad.
a sea of memories.
That's sad.
Oh my god, having a PlayStation but no memory card?
Yeah.
That
Wow.
sucked, dude. That sucked.
It
You
did,
have
it did.
unlocked the
Yeah.
That's
flags.
crazy.
Yeah, and I remember because one of the things that had to do with the first consoles that I owned is that I think they were always handed down from my other cousins. So the PlayStation 1, I don't remember if it was from my cousin or not, but I know for sure the PlayStation 2 was definitely from my cousin. I think they were trying to get it away from him because every time he would come over, they told me to hide it, so I hid it. So
Okay.
yeah, I just put it in my closet, covered it with a bunch of clothes or whatever. Yeah, I got good at setting it up and taking it down. Yes, so that was like the first game that I can think of. First console would be the PlayStation. But yeah, so that's kind of just how that went. Yeah, so kind of going along with, starting out a video game journey, I suppose, of the addiction that plagues my life. Eventually, you do come across those either franchises or singular stories that, you just really like. You just play it over and over. Do you guys have any stories of going through said favorite video games of your
dude.
memory?
My favorite video game as a kid, honestly, was not like anybody's typical favorite as a kid for PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Mine was this one Disney game called Disney's Extreme Skate 2. Yes, it was a skateboard game.
Disney's
a-
Extreme Skate 2?
Yeah, it was basically if Disney characters had skateboards, and it was crazy.
And they made
That's
two of
pretty
those.
sweet.
You could
I've never heard of
You could
that.
customize your character and everything. It was friggin' awesome.
Jeez
I
Louise.
loved
Never heard
it.
of that.
I should show you that. I still have my PlayStation 2 and a memory card. I should show you guys.
Product
Just what-
placement?
Just the type of just the type of trash I was into as a kid.
Oh no.
Like with that game, you could tell I was a skater boy back then.
Oh no.
He was a
That's how-
skater boy. Said,
He's just a skater
Bye.
boy.
That's copyright stuff.
There's a. So I like we've already I've already said I have not been able to dip my toes into real games yet.
Okay.
So all I had was Nintendo.
Yeah,
And
Nintendo
cheap.
sucks. They're not real games. Don't at me.
Omar just shot shots at Nintendo, man.
So what I
Just
mean to
call
say is
Pokemon out, man.
is long games. So you give me like long games because I feel like Pokemon you can finish pretty quickly. The Happy Feet and the Chicken Little ones, they're all platformers, so you can finish them quick. The Cars
Forgot you mentioned
game,
that.
I love how you put on a pedestal Pokemon and then Chicken Little. It's like, yeah, you know, Chicken Little's a close second to Pokemon.
and then the Cars game, it's like it's not even that long. It's a couple hours, right? But so that means that what I had was very simple.
Mhm.
But if I were to pinpoint like maybe like a game that I really did like was not even an actual game. It was a Flash game in the Cartoon Network website. It's one I forgot what the name is, but it's basically it's an Adventure Time Flash game in which Finn is you're just going through dungeons, random dungeon crawlers, and you're just equipping Finn with different items, giving him different abilities.
Yeah.
And it's not hard whatsoever, but you actually have to think of what stuff to give him and what items to mix together to bump up his abilities.
Yeah.
Because if let's say you don't mix the proper weapons or mix them right so you don't get the proper abilities and the weapons you want,
Yeah.
you'll be stuck at a certain dungeon for more than you should be, having to retry it over and over until you get lucky and the enemies either misses you or doesn't hit you with a crit.
Dang, that sucks to suck, huh?
So, needless to say, I'm good at that game because I had to play it so much because I had to get good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
you're on into PC games now?
Huh?
You're going into PC gaming now?
No, this was like when I had my laptop, like before I started college. That's
Your
when I
laptop
played this
before
game.
college?
Yeah. This is when I was playing this game because I had
whore
nothing
is
else
making
to do.
speak.
This is what I would do when I had to wait for the next episode of Naruto when it was still going on.
Dang, so that was your favorite game?
What?
That was your favorite game?
I'm the favorite because you said something that you played over and over and completed. I'm like
Like, had a good memories with
yeah,
Yeah.
because the only happy, I guess going back to Happy Feet, the only memory I have of Happy Feet is going into the arcade mode and playing the music, the soundtrack, and you just okay, and it's not just like okay, pick the song and it goes. You have to actually press buttons to the way he's tapped, to the way he's dancing. So
So it's a rhythm game.
it's a rhythm
It's a
game.
rhythm
So
game.
there's part of the game where it's rhythm. Everything else is platforming, but there's certain segments in the game where you have to do rhythm gaming, kind of like the Dance Dance Revolution stuff. Where you have to press buttons at a certain
It's
time.
like you
Yeah.
want to listen to this song,
And so
you have to do a rhythm
yeah,
game.
and so
Mhm.
in order to listen to the whole song, you had to actually do good in the game. So I was
Wow.
like trying to jam out, but one time I just get too into the song, so I'm just listening to it, and then I'm failing because the things are just scrolling by, and then the song ends. Because if you don't do good, the song just stops.
Wow.
So you had to keep going. So little me, I remember specifically a memory, me going to they took us to the zoo, I think in 3rd grade, and I'm having my Game Boy, and I have Happy Feet.
Yeah.
And I put in the little aux cord, and I'm listening to the music. I'm like, all right, I'll just spend the bus ride listening to music. I had to restart it all the time because I just wanted to sit there and listen. I didn't want to actually like follow the
That was
rhythm
your
game.
MP3.
Wow.
That's
That was
cool,
my
right?
MP3
That's
because I
so
couldn't afford one.
And it was the Happy
Jeez.
Feet versions of songs.
Yeah.
too. That's crazy.
That's so freaking funny, dude.
So my MP3 was a Game Boy.
Dude, the games that go beyond being just video games.
But yeah,
just realized-
that's one of the games.
That's pretty cool, dude.
I just realized Disney really missed out with Extreme Skate 2. They didn't add Tony Hawk in there.
yeah, that sounds like copyright.
I think I need to stop talking about my past game experience. It sounds very
That's
sad.
just sad.
It's just sad.
Hey, man, these are the perspectives you don't see online.
Rich school, poor boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about.
All your
sums it
money
up.
went to your school and nothing else.
Yeah, they tax them every year.
Got them taxes. Carlos?
Dude, when you asked that question, you just made me realize how
That you had an actual MP3?
dude, I remember I carried my Xbox in my backpack and I just put the head. No, I'm kidding.
You just had an extension cord.
No,
way.
He had a car battery in there as well.
Dude, the reason why I had that huge like CD player, like here's the thing, this CD player would not fit in my pocket. So what I did was I velcroed like a clip to it and I just held it on my pocket, and I would take it everywhere because I could not afford an MP3 player. I
Dang.
had like this really big bulky CD player everywhere I went.
Did you not have a
really
jacket?
Crappy headphones.
Oh, it's rough.
And that's the only way you can listen to it is if you have headphones to plug into it because
Yeah.
we didn't have speakers at the time. This is our age. We lived before speakers, man.
A little before speaker.
I remember for Christmas when I was like in 6th or 7th grade, my brother, who I think was still stationed either in Japan or he was already retired in California. I can't remember which one, but he bought me an iPod, and that was back when iPods were like huge. And he bought me one for Christmas, and he already had it preloaded with like a bunch of songs that like I had from when I was a child that he loved when he was a child, and like I wanted to cry because I got it. And I freaking loved listening to the iPod. That iPod gave me so many memories because like I would take it with me everywhere, and I would not stop. That's probably where I got my love for like music and for like listening with like really good headphones, because I just had so much enjoyment out of that. And I remember one time,
You're Peter Quill.
never mind. I tried to make a joke, but it wasn't going to be good.
Just by saying ill, you offended a lot of fan people of Chris Pratt.
I love dude. Parks and Recreation is way better than The Office, and the only reason I say that is because I freaking love Chris Pratt's character. I can't remember. It's Amy, and I forgot his character's name in Parks and Rec. You guys don't watch Parks and Rec?
No.
I've never seen Parks and Rec nor The Office.
I've sat through The Office.
Amy and God, I can't remember.
Andy.
Andy. Yes, thank you.
Dang, dude, he
I
got
don't even
you.
think Amy's her character name. I think I'm switching that with her. Anyway,
Amy Poehler.
shut up. Them two over Jim and Pam all day, every day. I love Chris Pratt's character in Parks and Rec. But yeah, I just remember loving that freaking iPod. And I remember one day, one of my friends like kept taking it from me and listening to it for himself, and I got so mad. I was like, "Stop taking it!" I changed like the passcode on it, and I forgot the passcode.
Oh.
Wow.
So I got it locked for like over 300,000 minutes.
Jeez Louise.
Wow.
And I never used the iPod again, and I don't know where it's at.
So you think if you were to find it now?
Dude, who freaking knows? I probably still got like 200 minutes left, so I gotta unlock it.
She like hacks into it. I'm in.
Hacker. We weren't even talking about iPods. We were talking about video games. I completely missed that.
Nah, because it was just about stuff that that recurred that you kept doing often, and then it went over to him taking his CD player to school, and then CD player brought up MP3 player.
Yeah.
And then MP3 player made the Game Boy look sad.
That's my favorite story from yours. That's amazing. Freaking just jamming to Happy Feet, but like you're just doing terribly like on the game. I just imagine like a penguin dancing, like failure.
I had to do well enough for it to get to a certain part of the song, so where I could start doing bad, but it will still finish. You know?
The penguin just looks at him and is like, "You suck."
Dude, that's
No,
so funny.
it's not even like because it's the main character dancing, but the adult version of the character. But it's just him on a loop, just doing the same
You
moves.
don't even know
So
his name.
I forgot his name.
Mumble.
I don't care. So it's just so it's a loop of Mumble just going like that, just dancing. So it doesn't matter whether you do good or not, he's not going to react. It's just a little indicators up here that tell you whether you're doing good or not.
Wow.
We just need to like cut back to Cody. Mumble!
I don't care.
But like, just bass boosted.
Jeez.
Name right.
Mumbo's his hero.
If anything,
He was a disabled kid. He was a special kid who got the girl in the end.
I never thought of it that way, but okay.
Don't you know why he's like the way he is? He was dropped as a kid. Remember the story?
Yeah, I remember that, but
He's
like
he
that
represents-
never really explained why his physique looked different than everyone else, because he didn't look like all the other Emperor Penguins.
Because he's special. He looks different. He is different.
Riveting.
That's the-
I feel enthralled by this
That's the
discussion.
main reason why he's bullied in
I
the
didn't
first
know that I
movie.
would have to talk so much about the Happy Feet game.
The main reason why he's bullied in the first movie. Because he's
You
different.
make it sound like there's a second.
There is!
There's
Oh.
a second.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oops. I forgot.
Jeez Louise.
Dude, I think Cody is a bigger fan of Happy Feet.
Dude, he loved Happy Feet more than you.
I
Cody
think
is
I know-
number one Happy Feet fan.
Your birthday's in February, right? I know what to get you now. A Game Boy with the Happy Feet
My
game.
birthday's in January!
I forget.
That is hilarious.
28th,
I know
right?
your birthday, February, January.
There is no Happy Feet 2!
Jeez
January,
Louise.
but it's 28th, right?
Damn it, yeah?
Okay, I
Dude,
got the day right.
This is not your day,
Jeez
bro.
Louise.
It really
This is
isn't.
not your day.
Way to start the year off strong.
Day 1, 364 to go.
Oh crap, we're in January. When's your birthday?
It's in
28.
27 days.
Crap, yeah. Right.
We're all bad.
Dude. You just
I'll get you a gift. I just don't know what yet.
I'll buy you Happy Feet.
No,
I'll buy you Happy Feet.
I'm over that movie.
Am I
I'm just
invited to your
surprised
birthday
that
party?
I'm just surprised you were actually able to have a game,
What?
not me as a kid, and yet you don't know anything about it.
I'm sorry.
Day man, kids,
That's the weird thing, is that you have a
kids
game
are
of something
stupid.
know
That's all you
nothing
gotta
about.
know. You know.
I invited you to your birthday party.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dang, dude, there's gonna be a birthday
Birthday
party.
party.
He's invited.
COVID birthday
You're
party.
not
let's
invited.
go, I'm getting
That's
wasted.
You're excluded.
That's okay.
Nah, your only way you're going in is by serving.
My pretty happy.
Bringing out. You're the dancer.
Death by happy. Failure.
Jeez Louise.
So is this Omar trying to make me happy by dancing? And just be in the background and like, failure.
I have to bring a Dance Dance Revolution game. I'm just doing terrible.
Oh
You're
my
just
god.
doing the Happy Feet dance, but it's not matching the dance whatsoever.
It's like some Korean song. You know, just Korean pop
It's like,
song.
it's like super fast.
That was David Buster. That was feeling hard.
Jeez Louise.
I was like, beginner's so easy. Let's up the difficulty to like not medium but hard mode.
Oh my
I
god.
regretted that.
Dude,
I
it's-
regretted that.
I kill to see you play Dance Dance Revolution at full speed.
dude, I remember.
It sucked.
Do you see those people that are good at it? They hold on to the back bar and
Yeah,
they're just
they
like
do.
moving their
I
legs
tried
everywhere.
that. It was bad. You
Yeah.
have to like memorize the floor pad and everything. Because sometimes I would get the timing right, but I would miss the button.
That's the guy. That's
yeah.
the guy that we saw at the first time that we went as a group. So, but
Where?
the second time we at Dave & Buster's, the first
Yeah.
time that we went, there was a guy that just like you were saying, you holding onto the back bar and just tapping, just with the right intensity, so it would register his hits.
Yeah.
But like, he was just going at it, like not even just looking at the screen, but letting his Happy Feet go off. And so when we try, I didn't even try. I just a video of him doing it.
And then you end up accidentally switching your guitar to lefty in Guitar Hero, and you just messed that up.
I got so. Okay, so we tried to do a song in
We
Guitar Hero
challenged each other, and he switched his to lefty.
unintentionally.
I was mad because I'm like, this isn't even a real challenge, damn it.
Yeah, because he was doing well,
I
but
wanted
I
to-
was trying to figure out the controllers because I put it on the wrong side.
So
I
funny.
wanted to face him at his full potential, but he kept messing it up.
But I got so frustrated that I was like, "All right,
He
you
rage
guys,
quitted.
you guys do this. I'm gonna go play another game. If not, I'm actually gonna get mad."
He
So I went to
rage
go play the game that you were playing, the one where you drop the coin and then
Oh,
make
yeah.
the coins push.
Dude, I made so many tickets.
I got so many points out of that one. That was I don't know why so it was relaxing. I was just like, okay.
No, if I went only for tickets, I would just be at one game, and it was that spinning thing where I have to stop at a certain point. I always get a lot of points on that.
You got a gaming keyboard out of that day, but I don't think it's good.
It's 'cause it's a Windows keyboard, man. I have a Mac.
and
why
that's
it's
not, and it's not because it's from Dave and Buster.
Yeah, it's not because it's from Dave and Buster's.
I will say though, Dave and Buster's toys destroy Peter Piper's toys.
They do
They do.
because they're real toys.
Dude, Peter Piper's is like, it's below like the great value.
And Chuck E. Cheese is even worse.
I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Their toys are worse than Peter Piper, but more like they're higher value than they should be, even more than Peter Piper.
More tickets to
Yeah,
get them.
yeah, more takes more
Or
tickets to get
crappy
those.
quality.
That's
Yeah.
sad. That's sad. That's sad.
It's like what party place is gonna sell you shot glasses? Dave and Buster's.
Dang, dude, Dave and Buster's knows
Because
what's
Dave and
up.
Buster's not for kids, it's for adults.
So we're starting a Patreon. We're gonna make our own bar, but
Dude, I'll be freaking lit.
for kids and adults.
What?
Wait a minute.
We're gonna change up this set, and we're gonna have like just a bar, and your bartender's gonna be him, and he's gonna be taking fan questions.
I know nothing about drinks.
And so while he's mixing drinks in front of you,
I can't do drinks.
he's gonna take questions.
I don't know how to mix drinks. I can't even talk that well. So
You-
Yeah, the
YouTube.
promise wasn't that you knew how. The promise was that you do it.
Yeah, so we're gonna bring a whole bar. We're gonna put a whole
You're gonna get
set.
you like a glass of water and some ice, and you're just gonna act like you're mixing a drink.
Oof.
Occasionally, we're gonna have Cody come in and be like, "Shake it, not stir it," and then walk off.
Gross.
That's bad.
All right.
Cool. We're gonna cut that.
Okay.
That's cool.
It's just gonna be a slow zoom in of his face in black and white. Like,
They say you're fine, but you're not fine.
But you don't want to get into it, right? 'Cause they wouldn't understand.
I don't know, man. Happy Feet was my MP3 as a kid.
If we start a Patreon, what would you guys pay for us to do?
We definitely should start.
What should we
Patreon.
have as
Yes.
rewards?
Feature their fan art.
Mm-hmm.
I do that for free on my channel, dude.
Anyway, the more that I think about what you asked earlier about something we played repetitively and something that we loved a lot, I just realized how like filling my life has been with video games. Like video games has been in my life literally since the beginning. Since I was born, like someone played Doom on my heartbeat monitor. Like, they installed it on there. It was insane.
Tamagotchi.
My pet died in the first 48 hours. I didn't know how to press buttons. I didn't know what that was. It died.
Am I the only one who's never had a Tamagotchi?
I didn't have one
never
either.
had one
I
either.
wanted one, but I never got one.
I always wanted one because I really thought it was super realistic. Like I thought there was an actual dog in the screen. I was
What?
like, I get to take. I know, dude. I was a stupid kid. Like I was an idiot, literally. I remember there was this bus that I would take to school every morning. It was really small. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, like I think about it now, like I have so many memories of video games. It's really hard to choose which memories I liked.
Dang, dude.
A lot of my happy memories come from video games.
Not huge. Video games makes you feel.
Dude, yeah, video games make me happy. I
Mhm.
played.
Video games make me cry, man.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sometimes that's just what you need.
Sometimes some video games are better than actual movies.
what was the last video game that made you cry?
Oh, crap. I need to think about this.
Dang, last few game that made you cry.
I haven't played any sad games recently, that's why. And I haven't really beaten any games because of school.
Yeah, it's been a while since I also beat a game because work full time really takes it out of you.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of the last one that made me cry too. I asked the question. I'm still thinking about the answer.
You know, we'll kind of get back to that in a bit. Y'all think about
I think
that.
it was my replay of Reach like a few years ago.
Replay
Where I
Reach.
replayed it.
Nice.
It was one of those games where I always loved to just replay it over and over. I tried playing ODST again, but then I didn't have enough time to actually beat it. Like homework and all that got in the way. I'm like, man, I just gave up on it.
I
But
feel it.
recently, I do want to replay it.
Dude, Reach will make you cry. The last game that made me cry was Ghost of Tsushima. Dude,
Yeah.
when his uncle turns to him and
Spoilers.
crap.
Spoiler warning.
I'll
Skip
throw
to
it in.
this. Wait. Spoiler warning. Skip to this part.
I'm not gonna work that hard, but I'll.
I'm gonna work that hard.
Very-
Yeah, he'll do it.
Very good
I'll-
save by the man Omar. Yeah, dude.
You're
When
just putting in numbers. It's like when you put the names in the beginning of the last one. That's all you're doing is just text, simple text, put a number in, skip to this part. That's it. That's all you do. It's
No.
simple editing.
they've
Boom.
been mad at each other for a while. Anyway,
Is this how you get when you wake up? You're just mad at me? Is that why you don't text me when you're morning?
anyway, back to the conversation.
Don't worry, I'm listening.
Anyway, back to the conversation we were having. I remember when Jin, that was his name.
Yes.
Jin
Gintama.
gets
Jin Sakai.
is told by Jin Sakai is told by his uncle that he's a traitor and that if he doesn't want to follow their way, then he's got to kill him. And so they have a duel, and the whole game is just you trying to reclaim your uncle's honor and reclaim the island for your uncle, and just for him to have to duel you at the end because you don't abide by his code. Like, I actually cried. Like, I was like, he chose what he believed in over what other people wanted him to believe in, even though it was someone that he literally cared for, like his last family. And the moment where the sun is setting and they're just like pulling out their swords and they're looking at each other, and it's cool because there's that part where you didn't beat the game. Oh my god! I just realized I feel terrible.
I'm not gonna get to it in a while. It's fine.
Okay, perfect.
Otherwise, I would have stopped you. Okay.
Great. There's this part where they both literally write their last wills because they're the last ones of each of their clan.
Mhm.
And they literally write like their last words for their clan, and they both write it just in case one of them dies. And dude, like I cried. I was like, "This is powerful."
Dang.
Dude, I was so like heartbroken. That was I cried.
That's pretty cool, man.
That was good, dude. I'm actually getting emotional right now thinking about it.
Yeah.
God, I can't really think, because I feel like I don't think I've gone, because in Persona 4 there's a lot of sad moments, especially like, I know most of the endings, but even then I've realized that when I get spoiled from games or movies, I still feel emotional regardless of even if I know what's coming.
Yeah.
I still feel it. There's one of the endings, spoilers again, if you don't want to know, then you're playing this
Yeah.
9-year-old game. But
Cars.
but cars. So in Persona 4,
When Lightning McQueen's uncle comes out at the end.
It's just Happy Feet. Omar's crying to the Happy Feet theme on the bus, like listening to it.
He's dancing to the song "My Heart Will Go On."
so in the game, your character, the whole point that you're in this new town is that your parents send you off to this town in the middle of
You're
nowhere
an immigrant.
to experience a whole new life for a year
Yeah.
while they're off and doing their business and stuff.
Yeah.
And so, at the very end of the game, your cousin and you live with your cousin, your little cousin, and your uncle.
Yeah.
Throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
And you build a bond with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And Nanako, which is the little cousin's name,
Huh?
she's the sweetest, most kind little girl you'll ever meet in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I forget the implications because it's been a while since I've seen a playthrough of it. But there's a point in the game where she gets kidnapped by, I don't know if it's the culprit that you're chasing the entire game, but it's one of the minor culprits.
Yeah.
The one.
And so at a certain point she gets so harmed that she's near death in a deathbed.
Dang.
At the hospital, sorry. And
Yeah.
so if you don't do your choices right, if you don't play your cards right, and if you don't beat this enemy a certain way, because you can beat them, but if you don't do it right, Nanako can end up dying on the hospital. And the ending, the bad ending, is your uncle like just feeling sorrowful, appreciating you for sticking it out the entire year with him and his family. His only family since his wife had died years and years ago.
Yeah.
And so he's just being mopey, and you just pick a last line of dialogue before he takes you to the station, and you say your goodbyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I saw that, not in the game playthrough that I saw, since the guy that I saw did it right,
Yeah.
but I've seen the clips of people displaying the bad ending, and it just almost made me cry because I don't want to get to that point. And knowing me, I do such stupid decisions in games,
Yeah.
like that I don't mean to
You're
do.
a killer.
I don't want to get there, but
You're gonna kill her.
I don't want to get there. But I know that I will cry if I get to that point, which I hope I don't,
Yeah.
because I want to get the good ending. I know the good ending, but I think it's gonna feel much more fulfilling when I get there. So I haven't had a crying moment yet in a game,
Mm-hmm.
but I know if I get to the one that I mentioned, I will definitely cry,
Yeah, man.
and I'm gonna need my blanket for that.
Jeez.
I'm in a blanket if you can't tell, guys. I just woke up. Can you tell? I'm not as energized as I normally am.
I don't think he's ever energized.
Oh,
I'm just forever clinically depressed.
That's my secret, Captain.
I'm always depressed.
Yeah,
But
man.
for me, I think I haven't played enough video games to know that a lot of them make me cry. I do know that in the Kingdom Hearts series, there's a point that I'm gonna get to where I am gonna cry horribly.
Which one are you playing right now?
I haven't even gotten to part 2 yet. I'm
Oh god.
reaching the memories.
Yeah.
Reaching the memories.
Dude, part 2 made me cry the most out of all of them.
Didn't
I
they
will
cry at
say
the beginning of the game?
The tutorial got me
No.
crying.
Yeah.
360 some.
358 over 2 days?
358 over 2 days.
Yeah.
That one is gonna make me cry. I already
It's-
know what happens.
Is that
That's-
the
that's
one
right.
with Roxas?
Roxas.
More spoilers.
Axel
Axel.
and what's her name?
Shion.
Shion.
You're the absolute worst. No, because we went through 358 and that's my favorite one because Rox is excellent. She on like my 3 favorite. Like those are of all the groups, that's my favorite.
Dude, Axel's always been my favorite character.
Dude, yeah, I think the relationship between those 3 is
Yeah.
what I loved, and you know watching the whole thing, I was in tears.
Because I had the entire series, and like it's that collection called The Story Until Now.
Yeah.
That?
The story
I
so
have
far.
yeah, I have that entire collection. I need to still buy part 3. I haven't bought 3 yet.
You want to buy it off me? Actually, no. I have the collection. Never mind. Because I have. Don't I kind of have the story so far ish in the discs version?
You have 1.5 and 2.5, which, that's 4 games, 2 movies. And then I don't remember if you have 0.2.
I don't know, brother.
I don't know. Maybe.
And you gave me your version of 3.
Yeah.
On the disc.
Yeah, because I just got it all digital.
Maybe we can do a playthrough.
We good.
I'm down to do a duo with you.
Dude,
Subscribe and watch.
Sora versus Roxas in 2.5.
Dude, stop. That was the hardest. Dude.
Oh, dude, yeah, it sucked
Dude.
because you couldn't beat him, but then you're always like emotionally distraught doing it.
I am gonna have to just title this episode "Spoilers." Spoilers galore. Watch at your own risk.
It's kind of your fault. These games are really old. Well, Ghost is the most recent one, but even
Yeah.
it's like, come on.
But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I don't think I've played enough games to where I have a lot that would make me cry. But I do know there's been a lot of movies and TV shows that have made me cry over the years.
Dude, movies will destroy me.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only time that I've legitimately cried for a good amount of time,
Yeah.
I was watching this Markiplier video, and it was called. He was playing a game called That Dragon Cancer.
Oh no!
And it's a visual experience in which you follow a family whose kid is dying from cancer.
Oh, that's sad.
And so he just played it straight through. And it's just one video. I think it's about 3 or 4 hours long. And I sat through the whole thing. I woke up like at 9 in the morning. I found it. I've been wanting to watch it for a while, but I never just made the time for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I decided that morning to start. It didn't finish till 2 in the afternoon. And as soon as it was over, Mark said his goodbyes. He teared a little bit, and then the video just ended, and I just started
Jeez.
tearing extremely. I cried for maybe like 5 or 6 minutes, just continuous
No.
pouring out. Like that's the first time I've ever cried that heavily at a video.
Yeah, that thing will make you cry.
I know what I'm not watching anytime soon.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm down to play it with someone if anyone ever wants to go through with that.
Not after that selling point.
No.
It's an experience.
Mark me as scared. of
No.
Mhm.
That's just gonna take me back to when I was like seeing my dad in the hospital bed. That's what it's gonna take me back to. I'm gonna cry during that playthrough.
Dang, dude.
Deep moment, deep moment.
Deep moment. We're digging deep.
There's the filter with the rain coming down the class.
I know, right? I'm gonna put that right now.
After Effects.
Yeah, I can.
Editor,
We don't use After Effects. We only use Premiere.
editor.
Oh no, lightning struck your shirt. You're on fire.
No.
Oh my god.
They're all just gonna be. They're just gonna be
It's just
PNGs.
Is it gonna be him hitting Happy Feet?
He's just on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh, dude. Jesus.
Thumbnail's just gonna be Happy Feet in the middle of the table.
He's just dancing.
It's Happy Feet with Omar's face on them.
Bro,
With
we
my
would.
face.
It would be amazing if Happy Feet was just here, just dancing in the thumbnail. That would be great.
No, just
Jeez.
have a gif of him dancing the entire time.
That would be amazing.
Like a PNG gif.
Editor.
You're asking so much of me.
No, we want our channel to be successful.
It's very easy to do. You just need to find a GIF with a clear background.
Okay.
And it's just a guy, and then you just put him here.
It's just a guy.
No, just Happy Feet.
Okay.
Here dancing. You just copy paste it over and over again, so it's just continuous. That's the entire episode.
I'm just gonna control V everything. As I scroll.
Exactly. That's why I made the meme of Carlos. I just control V that last part of it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should let Cody edit.
We just gotta get through. Gotta learn, dude. Gotta learn how to do all this stuff.
I'm letting him take free reign of all the editing now.
Dang,
I
dude.
just don't do anything.
You're free, Omar.
Sounds
You're
like you shot
free.
yourself in the foot and you're blaming Omar.
It's because I allowed him to have power.
Dang,
All you
dude.
need is a PC. That's all you need.
Yeah, I need $900 first.
That's true.
I'm gonna get that minute. Never mind. I actually got my stimmy today.
Yeah, dude. Stimmy it up. Get the stims.
I'm the only one here who doesn't get a stim. Omar's not gonna get a stim soon.
Are you gonna get a stim?
I'm holding
Yeah,
out for
it
that
hasn't kicked in
sweet,
yet.
sweet refund money.
I already put all my stimmy in my investing account. Then my next paycheck, I can do whatever I want with it.
Nice.
Dang, dude. Whatever you want.
I can literally buy a PC my next paycheck, but I'll be broke till my next paycheck, and I don't want to do that.
I mean, there's a lot of things you could do. Not a lot of things that would be beneficial.
I
Or the
could just
wisest.
pull out all my savings and buy a camera, a mic, a PC,
A
editing
house.
software. Then I'll be broke.
A house.
But it would be worth it, right?
I mean, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
But I want to.
No.
Like,
Can't argue with
really.
that.
No. I'm the prime example of just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I could have made a terrible joke.
I think I thought of the joke.
I think we gotta have a synchronization here.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We're gonna keep that one in there. We'll talk about it later.
That was a mistake, guys.
Oh, man.
Happy feet.
Jeez.
It's happy feet dancing. That was a mistake.
Jeez.
Everybody down to shoot a dog. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think as far as video games and like crying, I don't remember specific points to where I actually like cried. I tear up. I try not to cry, which
Defeats the purpose.
yeah, yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I'll just tear up and stuff. I'll just know like, man, that was really crazy. The most recent I could think of would be the end of Spider-Man, the one on the PS4.
I heard that one was really good.
Dude, yeah. Like I was talking with my coworkers at when I worked at Biology. That was like freaking. They went harder on the story than they need to, and the ending was just like it was pretty insane. Like, cause I mean he had been like.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So whatever you can. It's a game that's fun to play. The story is just a bonus. But like you're basically working with Dr. Octavius the whole time, and Doc Ock,
Yeah.
of course, becomes Dr. Octopus, and yeah, at the end of it, when you're fighting him and stuff, it's this whole thing and you can kind of just like feel like Peter Parker's emotions and like the whole thing, because at the end of it, when he's beating him, and then he's trying to then Doc Ock's trying to reconcile with him, to like try and convince him like this whole thing just went crazy because this machine kind of got me, but you can help me out, like we can do better things and stuff. And then Spider-Man just like he's just really torn with himself, and then at the end of it, instead of like helping him out, whatever, he just kind of like he just walks away, and he's just like I can't do that, like all we can do is our best, and this is the best I got. And then so he just like that's very butchering the last line, but that's basically what he said. All he could do is our best. And like I don't know, for some reason when he said that, I was just like, man, all we can do is our best.
I've seen a clip of the final scene, and just
Yeah.
it's rough because he's just tearing into him. He meant so much to him,
Mhm.
No, the Aunt May scene, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
and he was just a guiding force for Peter as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see him crumble as a man,
Yeah.
I guess tore on him as well, because he was a great part of who made Peter Peter,
Mm-hmm.
like in a way. And it kind of sucks, especially when they don't cover any of the origin stuff, right? Because he's already been
Yeah.
Spider-Man for like 5 years, right? In this
Yeah,
game?
he's been Spider-Man for several years now.
So like it's kind of reliving the first time in the Sam Raimi movie when you see Uncle Ben just like get axed off,
Yeah.
just reliving that loss of another parental figure.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So
This
Yeah.
episode should just be titled "Sad Boy Hours."
sad boy hours.
And we want to put happy feet.
That's the irony of it.
But you know what doesn't make me sad? Drop kicking a baby.
Dang, dude.
And I'm gonna have to put the please stand by thing again.
Yeah, but I remember, I forgot what video game it was, but there was an actual video game where I drop kicked a character that looked like a baby. It was funny.
What game was this?
I can't remember what game it
looks
was.
like a baby but is not a baby?
The Cybermen from Dragon Ball Z?
Maybe not.
That was way too specific.
You're not
They're
entirely
tiny.
wrong. You're not entirely wrong.
I mean, there's that game where it's like a 2-player game where one person plays as the granny, the other person plays as the baby.
Oh,
Wait, what game is that?
Oh,
He's Granny Simulator?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that?
Basically the person playing as the granny is trying to do some chores around the house.
Mm-hmm.
The baby's trying to kill the granny.
Oh.
So
No, I thought the babies were trying to kill themselves.
no, they kill themselves. That's right.
Wait, really?
Yes.
The
So
babies
the
would
granny
have
has to
kill
try and go
themselves.
around, but also try and make sure the other person doesn't kill themselves.
Yeah, and the babies win once the majority of them kills themselves.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep a baby from killing
should
itself
make that a
when it's
playthrough.
really trying to kill itself.
Great.
Babies trying to kill themselves. Happy feet just dancing.
I still can't get over. No, stop. I don't want to say it.
What?
My MP3 was a Game Boy.
I mean, hey, some people see. Look at Nintendo. They're going off of that market, and they're trying to make the Switch an MP3 also. You know,
Are
the times that they always put like, and you can play the soundtrack on your Switch, and you can carry a portable. They did that with Smash.
That's true.
Yeah, so they know who they're serving, and you're one of them.
I remember loving listening to the music on my either Xbox One or 360,
Yeah.
and you'd have the colors
Yeah.
on the screen, and I would just sit there
Oh,
and watch
yeah.
it while the music played. Dude, great memories right there. I love that.
I think now that I actually have like a gaming PC, there's a lot of games that I'm gonna go back and give a chance because a lot of the consoles that I tried to play games on were not my own, so I always just watched on YouTube like playthroughs of it.
Yeah.
I remember wanting to play Watch Dogs for a long time, even though it turned out not even being that good to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that was not opinion that I made on my own. So I want to play the first Watch Dogs. That there's a Tokyo Ghoul game that I tried on someone else's PS4, but I couldn't be on it for too long. So it was like I don't think it's really worth it to have it. So I'm probably gonna get it for that PC, even if it is. Probably isn't on a PC, but I'll figure out a way.
I'm sure you'll find something.
I'll find something. I remember there's a lot of games as a kid that I'm super excited to try now that I have something that's capable of doing all that. So, yeah.
Yeah, dog. The world of gaming PC, the Steam sales, and now the Epic Store, and a bunch of other stuffs that people like to complain about. But you know, that's neither here nor there.
It's over there.
It's over there. It's online. You'll find it.
It's over there, Happy Jesus. Subscribe to our gaming channel for more gaming content.
Yeah,
Which we haven't uploaded yet.
we uploaded.
We have one video.
Castle Crashers, that's right. Dude,
We have
that
one video,
was
guys.
hilarious.
New episodes coming out Sundays at noon.
Yep.
Sundays at noon. Put it on your calendars, folks. Central Time. We'll mention that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Central Time.
Same thing with,
in case you're watching this from the Eastern
Which I highly
or
doubt you
Pacific
Mountain.
the
No, I don't think
mountain.
my international followers have gotten to our YouTube channel.
Dang it.
Convince them.
I'm trying.
Tell them to get NordVPN.
What?
Not sponsored, but
Oh.
I mean,
We
Nord.
could.
Nord.
Hey, we-
Sponsored by Raid Shadow.
Help out.
Raid Shadow.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Jeez,
The
dude.
next in the long line of amazing RPGs.
Ah, yes, dude.
I don't think I have enough memory on my phone to download Raid Shadow Legends to do a sponsorship for it.
Hey, man, we'll find a way. When you get sponsored, be like, hey, provide the phone.
They sold over a Game Boy. Here's Happy Feet.
Jeez Louise.
yes. That would be amazing.
That would be hilarious.
10 out of 10.
Just a picture of Eladio. Just a sprite. His gaming sprite.
Wait. Why would they have a picture of Eladio though?
Huh?
You said they're gonna send over a Game Boy and you said just had a picture.
No, not that. I meant like. Never mind.
What did you mean? I'm confused.
I feel like we're lost. Or we need to use a map to find our way over. Oh, what do you know? We're at the end of the tunnel. Thanks, guys, for joining us today on our CodeO-cast. Yeah, if we had sponsors, we'd mention them. We don't. Maybe in the future. Anyways, let us know, what was your first game and or console that you owned? Was it the first game you played, the one you owned, or was it something else? And what game made you cry?
Donate
you
to our
sad?
Patreon that we haven't created yet.
We will.
Hey,
We should probably make one. We'll talk about this later. But
down.
yes.
I can be
So
in charge of the money.
There's
so
pictures of Elias.
when do these podcasts usually get uploaded?
Thursdays.
Thursdays. Expect podcast Thursdays.
at noon.
Noon?
Wait, was the first one uploaded?
Yeah. Well, the first 3 episodes were not scheduled at all.
But they are
And
now.
then the new one is scheduled.
New podcast schedule.
Yeah, join us every. Well,
Thursdays.
so most Thursdays at noon.
Maybe Thursdays.
As,
Thursdays at noon.
and then our
Thursdays,
gaming
Sundays.
channel, Dig logo, and then links in the description and stuff. And yeah, we're building this up. We'd like for you to come along with the ride. Let us know what's good, what sucks.
Resident Evil, but check it out.
We scrapped it.
There was some technical difficulties.
There
We
was.
scrapped it.
We may play a different game. Ooh, if you guys want to see a game, let us know.
Well,
Yeah.
I can play Resident Evil again.
And then yeah, if you really want to see it,
Just all
we'll
of
do
us
it.
sitting there
But
I will
first
do
episode
anything
will
for views.
might be
Wait.
odd.
You'll do anything for
clip
me.
that.
Okay. Yes.
Clip that.
I mean,
Anyway.
maybe.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Anyways,
This has been Mr. D-Sex and Cast signing off.
yeah, that's great. So sign us off, Omar.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Happy Feet podcast. I am here with the squad. Definitely check us out more on the CodeO-cast. We're going to be uploading so much more conversations, great topics. Throw us some on your own because there's so many ideas that we can come up with. I'm sure you guys have more. Go and subscribe to The Dig. There's a lot of stuff that you can see from us playing. So far, we have Castle Crashers, but get ready to see some spooky stuff. Get ready to see some duos. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of the gaming world, and we'll maybe get to some crime moments. But hope you enjoyed this podcast. Keep following us. Stay posted. We're going to keep coming back with more amazing stuff. Signing off, this has been the CodeO-cast.
Mwah.